Doom, Chad, to you, what is a digital panhandler? Well, that's a good question, Doom. That question could be asked and answered by every single one of us in this community, if you really think about it. I mean, some might say Doom's a digital panhandler. I mean, do you accept super chats? Do you accept memberships? These are the questions you need to ask, all of us. Are we providing something? Is it content? Is it worthy watching? Do you like it? Do you want to watch it? Do you want to support it? These are questions. But Anthony Cumia cannot pick and choose who's a digital panhandler and who's not. Just because he likes Shuli, just because he likes Carl, just because he likes Chrissy Mayer, and he doesn't like Kevin, he doesn't like me. So why are we the digital panhandlers? I ask you these questions because he doesn't like us, because we shit on Cumia. He doesn't like that. He likes ball washers. He likes Carl. He likes Chrissy. He likes E-Rock. He likes guys that suck up to him. And I'm not that guy. So it's a great question that you ask that, but you really got to look in the mirror. Is Patrick Melton a digital panhandler? I mean, he literally takes every single cent from everybody with the AI voices. I mean, he does 6-hour shows. I mean, when's enough enough? When is enough enough? I try to do an hour and a half, get in, get out. I'm very, very, if I was like really digital panhandling, I'd go longer. Like it's so apparently obvious who they are. These are questions. These are all questions. These are answers. They've been working on this church for like a year now. Cumia is desperate to appear above anyone else here. The moron accuses others what all his friends do. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Doom says, I think accepting and begging are a distinction between panhandlers and other descriptors. All right, well, fair enough. Fair enough. I haven't asked for one super chat this whole show. I haven't asked for one membership. I haven't asked for anything. This isn't even a show. I don't expect anything. So what does that make me? Am I as guilty as Aaron Emholt? Genta says, everyone needs to worry about their own show and stop shitting on everybody else. Then where would the fun be, Genta? Where would the fun be if we didn't shit on each other's shows? There's no fun in that. I mean, Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid literally tried to troll me after I supported him, went on his dumb show that no one watches, promoted him, and then he thought it would be funny to troll me. So I'm like, no, Dan, no, Dan, you don't know who you're dealing with. We don't do that, Dan. I know you think you're something, but I will destroy your show. I will destroy you. Dan, you're beneath everybody. And Nice Podcast Stupid. You're beneath Ray. You're beneath Rob. Literally, no one watches your show. I don't understand the attitude or the arrogance that you have. You have no skill set. You're not good. And I've held back on this because I thought you were a nice guy and you were supporting me. But you tried to troll me, so now I have to take the gloves off. And you're my bitch. I'm sorry, Dan. This is what it is. I tried to be nice. Deb came out to my stand-up shows, supported me, gave me nice reviews. Nice enough girl, even though she talked mad shit about Rob Salt and literally 20 minutes later was sucking his dick. So I don't want to deal with people like you. You guys seem like wishy-washy people, and plus you guys are Anthony Cumia ball washers, so I don't have a lot of respect for you. I don't. Genta says, it can be fun, but stop counting everyone's money, and Dan is a dope. Well, Dan's the one who counts the money. Dan's obsessed with super chats. He pretends like he does this for the love of the game, and he just does it as a hobby. But yet, he counts everyone's money, and he's more worried about money than everybody else. It's very strange. And he's desperately trying to get monetized for some reason, even though it's a hobby. What is it, Dan? Is it the love of the game, or do you want to get financial compensation for what you're doing? I'm curious. And why are you counting my money? Why are you counting Kevin Brennan's money? I'm just curious. You got to pick one lane, dog. What is it? The love of the game, or you're trying to get paid? Rob Saul does the same shit. It's usually the podcasts like Rob, like Dan, who are obsessed with money and they pretend like they're not. They literally, that's all they care about, but they pretend like they're not because they don't get money for their shows. And that's a fact. And that's what it is. Dan and Rob Saul do not get money or views, but yet they're obsessed with other people's money and views. So Dan, I'm a straight shooter too, man. If you really want to call it like we see it, let's do it. I'm a straight shooter just like you, Dan. Dan, I want to call it out like you do. You're the fucking truth seeker, the guy who tells it like it is. I am too, Dan. Dan has 5 sinks. He doesn't need super chats. But why is he always talking about getting monetized? He needs to get monetized. It's his hobby, man. This is his hobby. And by the way, Doom, you should be nice to me. I do a lot of work with Gummy Chainsaw, and I pay him all the time. We could have had a nice little relationship where you got money. Sword and Scale. Can we have an MTV Cribs style tour of your place? For a certain amount of money, yes. But we can ask that about everybody, right? How come we can't get an MTV Cribs style of Carl's place or Melton's place or Bob Levy's place or Shuli's place? Like, why can't we do an MTV Cribs style of all these places? How come they don't show it? I'm just curious. Why can't we take a look at those places?
Hit the like button!
God damn it, Doom.
Doom! Find God! Find God!
God damn it, Doom. You quit that. It's not happening for the last freaking time.